low stress training. Is there any other type of like low stress training you do? Are you tying, like when the plants get bigger, are you tying branches down to the side of the grow pot or anything? Or how do you go about like low stress training throughout the grow cycle?
So once the girls have say reached about the third node, that's when I start getting a little bit more aggressive. So I will start bending them over a little bit more dramatically, and then once I see that they're bouncing back fairly quickly, I'll actually start introducing bud clips into the mix. So as soon as the stalk is sturdy enough that I can bend the top over and it can take the weight of the bud clips. They get it right from the get go. So then I'll bend them over, so they'll now be at a certain angle, and the top will raise up. Then as they grow out, I will add an additional bud clip until they reach the edge of the pot. And this is something I've added into my garden over the last couple of years, and I'll never turn back. I used to use paper clips and garden ties and all sorts of things. This has made it so simple, these clips, and the weight of the clips actually helps stimulate the growth of the plant as well, because there's something heavy when they're small, of course, when they're small. But as they get stronger and they get more vigorous, you can add more. And it's just so much fun to add all these clips in. And then when they've grown into them, and you almost make like a staircase with your branches. And so you start from the center and you make these staircases all the way out to the edge of your pots. And when you remove the clips, it is the most amazing sight to see those legs once they're all cleaned up, to have those, I call it like the staircase to heaven. I just love it.
That's so cool. I actually haven't used any of those particular style of clips. I see a lot of people using them. I've always wondered how well they actually helped train the plants. How many are you actually using per run?
It really depends on the cultivar, but at least probably about 5 or 6 at the minimum. Because what I like to do is spread it out from the center and spread it out. And these clips are in such a wonderful angle that they don't stress the plant out. They don't over hyperextend it, I guess the word would be. So they are like ergonomically correct. But you can add as many or as little as you want. If you just want to bend the top over and not have to go in and fuss and muss with the rest of the plant, you can just do the one. I like to add lots and just get those girls as spread out as I possibly can. And then eventually they stay there. You only need to have those clips on for a week or so. And then the plant has been trained to go in that direction. Then you can move them around and you can play with the different branches and really maximize your canopy.
I was going to ask, if you leave the clips on, does the branch end up like growing into the clips and kind of gets stuck, or what?
Actually, that's the beauty of these clips. So we forget, you forget these things inside the plant. They are actually meant to break before they hurt your plant. So if you put it on the stalk and you put it down at the bottom and you completely forget, it's a safety mechanism. They will break before they hurt your plant. Now, your plant is very adept to growing around things, and sometimes you'll see that the stalk is like growing and melding into it, and it's now become part of the plant. But it will never hurt your plant, because they will break. They will snap in half. Now, I've never had that happen. That's my goal. I want to get this thing so big that I want them snapping. I want to test this. Haven't had it happen yet, but they are very safe, and that is a wonderful safety mechanism in them. And they are very well thought out. It's a very well thought out product.
For those just listening, she was holding up the Bud Clips by Bud Trainer. So I'm familiar with that brand. I'm thinking about picking them up. I'm looking at it on Amazon right now, $20 for a 20 pack. So not too bad. I mean, you reuse them over and over again, as long as they don't break, like you mentioned. But you reuse them over and over again per grow. So think I might pick some up and try it out.
And you can actually throw them in the dishwasher as well. I have, from when my children were small, I have a small basket that we used to use for their bottles. And I just put them all in the basket and run it through my dishwasher, and then they're clean and sanitized and ready to go for the next time. So don't ever throw those little baskets away, because they're wonderful.
Easy to clean. I like it.
Yep.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.